Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Over the years, Cody Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been involved in numerous scandals. Among these was the fact that, when they relocated to Flagstaff, he had neglected several of his children, particularly the older ones. And when Garrison died, he became much more alienated. His desire to become a monogamous relationship with Robin was also evident in the most recent season. Christine, however, is not allowing her ex-husband to get away with it. For the most recent information on how Christine defeated Cody in court, continue reading. Sister Wives: Startling Allegations Made Against Cody by Michael T. Brown. In a recent social media live, Michael T. talked candidly about her father's maltreatment of his elder kids. The Sister Wives star claims that she detests it when her father lumps all of his children into one group and disparages them and their mothers. She wishes Cody had made a distinction between them separately, but she believes it's his attempt to protect them in some way. Michael T. later revealed that Cody is currently working very hard to improve his relationship with his kids. However, she thinks that he must own up to his mistakes and the terrible things he has spoken about them if he wants to make amends. Additionally, Michael T. stated that after Garrison's death, Cody further alienated his elder children, and it appears Christine is acting to discipline him for his actions. In court, Christine defeats Cody. According to a recent post on the blog Without a Crystal Ball, Christine and Cody Brown argued in court a few days ago over child support, particularly for their daughter Truly. The Sister Wives cast members reached a child support settlement. Not much information is available on the issue. However, sources claim that since Christine last filed for paternity, child support, custody, and parenting time last September, Cody is no longer fighting with her. Many fans were perplexed by Cody's counterfiling during that period because he and Truly never got along. Along with their recent court appearance, Cody was reported to have finished a statement of compliance and a child support worksheet, demonstrating that he is now financially capable of providing for his youngest daughter from Christine. Christine will need to follow suit. According to reports, Truly will have the freedom to choose where she wants to live, but they don't think she will reconsider living with her mother. Sister Wives: Cody Brown's absurd bond with Ashley. Over the years, Sister Wives viewers have witnessed Cody Brown's difficult relationship with Truly. The two were never close, and there were even many instances where their talks and embraces felt phony. When she was with her real father, True constantly appeared uneasy. Cody's lack of effort for his youngest kid has also been brought up by Christine. Additionally, it should be noted that Cody never supported Christine during her labor for Truly, which may have been the pivotal moment in their marriage and where her life was in jeopardy. After splitting from Cody, Sister Wives star Christine Brown has been living a fulfilling life. Cody and she split up in November 2021. After 25 years of marriage, she said on social media that they had grown apart. Christine's new life with her husband, David Woolley, is the focus of the most recent season. Christine's frequent references to her ex-husband, however, upset a lot of followers, and some believe she felt compelled to bring him up. To find out why, continue reading. What is Christine Brown doing now, Sister Wives? Christine makes money from her social media sponsorships while she isn't filming for the show. The Sister Wives star has decided to market a wide range of products as a full-time influencer. Along with Janelle and Maddie, she is a high-ranking representative of the pink drink firm that she has been endorsing. Christine is now interested in gardening and eating a balanced diet. Her weight loss journey has impressed many of her fans. Despite all the good, some fans are perplexed by her actions during the most recent season. Christine was compelled to discuss Cody on the show. On social media, several Sister Wives viewers speculated that Christine Brown would be coerced into discussing Cody. The poster said that they experienced secondhand disgrace due to Christine's immature side. Many viewers were shocked by her wedding lap dance, which she performed like a stripper, in front of her daughters. The OP also wanted to know David Woolley's thoughts on Christine's continual comparisons between her marriage to him and Cody. Nonetheless, a few of users noted that it's possible that the production team requested Christine to discuss Cody, and David would be amenable to it as it still brings in money for them. I believe she performs the Cody analogy for the cameras. David is most likely content with the salary. Agreed. Certain dialogue is encouraged for the cameras by the producers. This is what I came here to say. They won't have a show if she doesn't discuss Cody. No money, no show. The same is most likely true for personality changes. All reality television is largely scripted, and there has been much discussion about the show being cancelled because the viewers find it intolerable and it is no longer primarily about sister wives. Since Christine is no longer married to Cody and nearly all of her children are grown, how else is she relevant to sister wives? As bizarre as it sounds, Christine gave Robin her new mansion with the money from the upcoming season and created drama by departing, saving the show. Moneybag. Christian has a contract to follow as well. Therefore, it's most likely more about her family's needs and keeping her end of the bargain than it is about the money. Will sister wives give their ex-wives their own program? Without a doubt, one of Cody's most prosperous ex-wives to date is Christine Brown. Together with her spouse, she currently runs an Airbnb in Utah. When Sarah and David were still newlywed, there was also a craze in which fans pleaded for TLC to create a spin-off on them. However, it appears they decided against creating a unique spin-off and instead chose to simply be a part of the series. In any case, a lot of people are still curious about what the other ex-wives are doing to after splitting from Cody, particularly Janelle, who is currently constructing her ideal home in North Carolina close to Maddie. Mary Brown, meantime, is still using social media to communicate with her admirers. She has also stated that she intends to write a book that tells everything, although it appears that she still has an NDA with TLC in effect. Sister wives Cody Brown and his ex-wife Christine Brown raised 6 children before separating in November 2021, and they are now welcoming grandchildren into their home. In 1994, Christine and Cody experienced a mystical union. He was then officially married to his first wife, Mary Brown, and spiritually married to Janelle Brown. Christine and Cody quickly expanded their family with the arrival of their son Peyton, August 1998, and daughters Aspen, March 1995, Michael T., June 1996, Gwendolyn, October 2001, Isabel, March 2003, and Truly, April 2010. Robin Brown and Cody began dating in 2010. 4 years later, Cody split from Mary to legally marry Robin and adopt her 3 children from a previous relationship. Cody, who has a total of 18 children, remained spiritually married to Christine, Janelle, and Mary until their respective separations were announced in November 2021, December 2022, and January 2023. Christine said in an exclusive interview with Us Weekly in October 2022, "I just looked at the next 10 years of my life when I made the decision to leave, and I thought, you know what, no, I'm not going to repeat what I've done for the last 10 years. I made the decision to stop looking forward and backward after that." TLC gave his family their own reality TV program because of Cody's polygamous lifestyle, and it premiered in September 2010. His 3 wives at the time were Mary, Janelle, and Christine. In 2014, Cody formally married Robin, his 4th wife, following the divorce of Mary. His spiritual relationship with Christine ended in November 2021. Cody has since split from Janelle and Mary. Nearly 4 years after they first met in 1990, Cody and Christine were spiritually wedded. They ended their relationship in November 2021, having dated for over 20 years. Christine and David Woolley got engaged in April 2023. They were married in October of the following year. In June 2018, Aspen, Cody and Christine's eldest daughter, married Thompson in a Scottish-themed ceremony. In April 2025, Aspen made her first pregnancy announcement and showed off her growing baby bulge on Utah's Fox 13 Now program. In December 2016, Padron and Michael T. tied the knot in St. George, Utah. The couple has 3 children, a girl named Avalon and twin boys named Archer and Ace. With his famous family, the only son of Cody and Christine experiences both highs and lows. Dad's relationship has always had ups and downs with all of us. He told us exclusively in February 2022 that sometimes he's the best and other times he's the worst. He has evolved with time, as have people's opinions on him. In December 2022, Gwendolyn and her girlfriend Karaz were engaged after 8 months of courtship. They were married in July 2023. Cody and Christine's second youngest daughter, Isabel, began attending the University of Utah in 2021. Cody and Christine found out they were expecting their 6th child shortly after they began dating Robin. Truly was born in April of 2010. Michael T. and Padron announced in October 2020 that the reality TV star was expecting both Christine's first grandchild and their first child together. Avalon, the daughter, arrived in April 2021. Christine Brown talked about the awkward first kiss she had with her ex-boyfriend, Cody Brown, in the April 27th episode of Sister Wives. Christine talked about how difficult Valentine's Day is for polygamous households during her first Valentine's Day celebration with her new husband, David Woolley. Cody attempted to treat each of his women fairly in order to prevent jealousy. Therefore, the Browns hosted family gatherings focused on the kids instead of going on a Valentine's Day date. Christine said to David, "They were a lot of fun. We simply focused on having fun rather than the romantic aspect of it. Sometimes, in front of each other, Cody would give us flowers and then give us kisses." In retrospect, Christine said that she now understands how weird it was to wed a guy who had intimate relationships and kissed other women. It was fine because it was part of our culture, and it's what we did. In a confessional on the show, she claimed, "It's unbelievable that I was okay with that. However, I was completely fine with it because it was a religious practice. It wasn't until Robin Brown appeared that I became envious." Christine initially approved of Cody and his 4th wife's engagement, but she later learned that they had kissed to seal the deal. The mother of 6 said, "I freaked." She had no idea that was only the start of her issues with Robin. Christine clarified, "I didn't feel right about kissing a married man, so we didn't kiss until over the altar. Therefore, I found it devastating that he had kissed Robin. Oh my God, when I learned that Cody had kissed Robin, I thought, what the hell?" She went on, "You aren't even wed. You're kissing her, but why?" We had already discussed how awful our first kiss was over the altar in front of the other wives, she continued. And Cody was like, "We talked before that." Mary Brown and Janelle Brown were Cody's 2 spouses at the time of their marriage. And he says, "We even discussed the next time I got married, and you suggested that we kiss beforehand. However, I didn't anticipate it happening or that it would hurt so much." Who better to alienate his lone surviving wife than Cody Brown? Since the start of his first divorce, the Sister Wives star's been struggling and has never fully recovered. Viewers have seen him become a resentful and irate guy over the past few seasons. Additionally, he's been venting his emotions on Robin Brown for the most part. However, in the most recent episode, Cody put his previous marriage in jeopardy by acting absurdly. You usually try to be a little more upbeat than you are the rest of the year when you take your wife out on a Valentine's Day date. But not Cody. He stepped up the discourse with a dramatic flair that even Robin found difficult to accept, rather than appreciating the love of his life. He spoke up to cameras after dealing with 3 divorces within the course of 14 months. "My church isn't a cult," Cody said. "Marriage is a cult in and of itself, but it's difficult to enter and easy to exit. Not to belittle marriage, but it is simple to enter and difficult to leave. It's hard not to be bitter about the fact that I bought off on it and did it because in the end, in the last moments of it, it felt terrible," Cody said to his 4th wife at their dinner. Cody disclosed that he is not yet ready to reopen his heart. "I'm like literally bitter sometimes. We were committed to this, so I don't want to come across as casual in my response, but I'm no longer interested in plural marriage. Because I don't want to deal with the headache, the questions, the difficulties, and the uncertainty surrounding trust. I don't want to pursue another lady. That's not where I am." Given that he and Robin had discussed being soulmates in the previous episode, Cody's rejection of love appeared strange. "I'm a fool for my woman," he said to his children. "When I married Mom, I had no idea that she was my soul match, but I still adore her. Did I know, after all? Remember when I told you that word? The word wasn't used by me, was it?" Robin made an effort to hide their unique bond and word choice. It made perfect sense, the mother of five said to the cameras. She stated that she'd just spoken that word once, and that it didn't belong in our culture. Then I understood that it was incorrect. Because of other individuals in your life, I believe it would be acceptable if you are my soul mate, but not acceptable if I are yours. It's been clear for the past decade that Cody was in love with Robin. However, throughout the past 2 seasons, he hasn't been the best to her. When we failed at it, Cody stated, I was sabotaging myself because I've been in plural marriage for so long, and it was a sole focus of marriage for me. On days when Robin was treated unfairly, I considered ending our relationship altogether. She stayed by his side because they were soulmates, knowing that she would benefit from it, but that was only because I was so damaged that I started harming myself. Cody disclosed that his relationship with Robin was going south in the most recent Sister Wives episode. You're pulling away from me because I was upset, he said to her. Fans, however, didn't think for a second that he would leave Robin. And because you were withdrawing from me, I was experiencing not only the anger from the rejection and the anger from the failure of our failures in plural marriage and everything that I was experiencing there, it was causing me to literally have bad thoughts about us. They would never give the first 3 wives the satisfaction of being correct, and they both harbor a grudge. Even more intriguing, Robin revealed a guideline that she felt harmed Cody's marriages. Before I even entered the family, Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Christine made the decision to refrain from displaying affection for one another. She recalled, I always thought it was a mistake. Although the couple is still together, Robin might be the next to leave after one more outburst. I think it made Cody feel alone, and I think it made each of us wives feel kind of alone. Cody and Christine Brown's court battle over. Who won? The truth you won't believe. Introduction. The drama unfolds. The Sister Wives world was turned upside down when Cody and Christine Brown, once considered the epitome of a plural marriage, faced off in what can only be described as the ultimate battle of wills. Their years-long relationship, filled with emotional highs and devastating lows, was brought to a dramatic crescendo in a legal showdown that had fans on the edge of their seats. For those who have followed the Brown family saga, the bitter dispute between Cody and Christine was nothing short of shocking. Was it about the split of the Coyote Pass land? Was it about money, custody, or something far more personal? The courtroom was the stage, and the stakes were higher than ever. But the real question on everyone's mind was, who really won this court battle? Was it Cody, with his claims of maintaining control over his family's future? Or was it Christine, who had spent years breaking free from the oppressive and toxic dynamics of Cody's world? Let's dive deep into the court battle between Cody and Christine Brown, dissecting every twist, every turn, and revealing who truly came out on top. Chapter 1. The tension leading up to the court battle. Before the courtroom drama began, Christine and Cody had been at odds for quite some time. Their troubled marriage had been a hot topic for years, with fans speculating on the status of their relationship. The most shocking moment came when Christine publicly announced her split from Cody in 2021, leaving fans in utter disbelief. Christine's decision to leave Cody wasn't something that happened overnight. It had been building for years as tensions in the Brown family reached a breaking point. The main issues? Cody's dictatorial control, his lack of emotional support, and his growing favoritism towards Robin Brown, the youngest and most favored wife. Christine's departure was nothing short of a public rebellion. But the real drama began once the legal proceedings kicked off. In fact, fans were left wondering whether Cody's overbearing control over his family would finally crumble under the weight of legal action. Chapter 2. Cody's position, the tyrant's battle for control. Cody Brown had always been the alpha in his plural marriage. As the patriarch, he considered his word law, and his control extended to nearly every aspect of the family's life. But when Christine filed for a legal separation, it was clear that Cody's power was beginning to erode. In the courtroom, Cody's defense was simple. He believed that his control over the family structure and land was non-negotiable. Cody argued that the Brown family's future, especially their shared properties like Coyote Pass, needed to remain in his hands. He had big plans for the property and wasn't about to let Christine tear apart his vision. But the more Cody spoke, the more fans began to see through his tyrannical grip on the family. His demands for control were not just about the land. They symbolized the deeper issues at play in his marriage to Christine. Cody's overbearing attitude and sense of entitlement seemed to have pushed Christine to the breaking point. Chapter 3. Christine's Counterattack, a battle for freedom and independence. Christine Brown was done. Done with Cody's emotional manipulation. Done with the constant criticism and lack of support. Done with being the second, third, and sometimes fourth choice in her own family. Her counterattack in the courtroom was nothing short of a mic drop. Christine came armed with a newfound sense of self-worth and independence. She wasn't just fighting for herself, she was fighting for the dignity and respect she deserved. And, perhaps most importantly, she was fighting for her children's future. Christine's argument was compelling. She pointed out how Cody had emotionally abandoned her, how he had neglected the emotional needs of their children, and how his favoritism had torn apart their once unified family. She painted a vivid picture of the toxic environment that Cody's leadership had created. Her message was clear. She wasn't about to let Cody's outdated patriarchal system continue to dictate her life. But there was one major battle Christine needed to win: the land. Chapter 4. The Land Dispute. Who Gets Coyote Pass? The Sister Wives show has long focused on the Brown family's dream of building a compound on Coyote Pass. This land was meant to be a symbol of unity for the Brown family. Each wife would have her own house, and they would all live in harmony. But that dream began to shatter as Cody's relationship with his wives deteriorated. With Christine leaving and Janelle also beginning to drift, the land dispute became a focal point. Who would get the land? Would Cody retain full control, or would Christine walk away with a portion of Coyote Pass? Christine's lawyers argued that the land should be split fairly between the wives, especially since she had been instrumental in helping to purchase and develop the land in the first place. They pointed to her years of loyalty and the significant role she had played in supporting Cody's vision. Cody, on the other hand, tried to convince the court that the land was a shared family asset, but ultimately he needed it to maintain the family's legacy. But was he just trying to hold on to his control? Chapter 5. The Shocking Verdict. Who came out on top? As the court battle unfolded, many fans were on the edge of their seats. The drama was palpable. Would Cody succeed in maintaining control, or would Christine be able to reclaim what was rightfully hers?